Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for another episode of my weekly reset vlog. Guys, I'm going to be uploading a video every day. I'm not every day, every week. Sorry, once a week, exclusively on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It's going to be super fun. So stay tuned. Yes, stay tuned for what I'm about to talk about right after this commercial. Be right back. Hi, my name is Leticia Campbell, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Campbell Success Network. A little bit over 10 years ago, my husband and I decided to start our family. Early on, we were dealt with layoffs, massive bills, living from paycheck to paycheck. And we were so disconnected as a couple. We even would joke about how we were more like roommates than an actual couple. Also, I spent less and less time with my children, rushing them out the house in the morning to drop them off at school, and then to come home right after they were sleeping. I was lost. I was physically and mentally stressed. I was so depressed over the fact that I was so disconnected from the people who mattered most to me. Then right when I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter, Laura, I decided to make a change. I wanted to dominate my life. I wanted to have a bigger impact with my children, and I wanted to put myself in the driver's seat. So I decided right after to leave my corporate job so that I could help more women to be financially independent, determined, empowered, and most importantly, dominant. So that's why I created the Women's Success Domination Movement for women who want more out of their lives than just what they're receiving, for women who are so passionate about their message, about their brand, about their mission, and want to help women all across the world. So join us in this movement, because there's so many of us out there who are hurting, who don't have a voice. And let's find your voice today. I'll see you on the inside. Hey doll, I hope you enjoyed that video. Yes, so last week was a lot. It was a lot right last week. As you guys know, I just purchased a brand new planner. And I know for many years, one of my clients reminded me of this the other day. For many years, I was against getting an Erin Condren planner, but girl, I did not know about, I knew about it, but I didn't realize that they had the teacher's planner. And I'm not a teacher, but what I am is I'm a mentor, I'm a strategist, I work with clients, I do events, I do a lot of things. I have my own business. So I was like, the teacher's planner is something that I need, is like a one-stop shop for everything. But anyway, this video is not about that. But what it is about is that last week I really worked hard on planning things out to the T. Not only writing out a to-do list of what I need to focus on every week, but also creating like time slots on, I need to focus on this during this time. I need to work out during that time. I need to have free time with the family in this time. So I was very good until life happened. And life happens to all of us. Let's just be totally honest. You can have a concrete system and stick to it and it works well, and life happens. So my youngest child, she was admitted to the hospital last week, and she's fine. She's fine. She was discharged within that day, and she was having stomach problems. She's only like 2 years old. So it was like my husband and I really wanted to go to the emergency room just to make sure that she was okay, because you guys know we have 4 children. 2 of our kids were sick or initially already. She sort of caught the tail end of all that. So we took her there. She full recovery. She's amazing. But when I got home, it just sort of drained me because all of my attention was focused on her. So it took me away from getting a few things done in my business. Sort of like got me off track. So it forced me to revisit the idea of using the people that are around me to help me and assist me with a lot of things. And yes, I have an amazing team of some amazing individuals, but me, myself, and my team has reminded me of this several times, to just relinquish some of the power. my experience, I have a large corporate sales background, and one of the things that I've always did in the corporate world is always say, well, I could do this myself. I got it. I was the fixer upper. I was the band-aid. I was the one that would jump in and just take over and just, organize everything. And when you're an entrepreneur, you can't be that way. You just can't, because like I just mentioned, life does happen. Life does happen where you sort of like forced to take time away from your business, forced to take time away from your social media because other things are ranked at more important, right? So it brought me back to that conversation with myself to say, okay, it's time to let go of some things, you know and that's what I did. That's what I did over the weekend. Once my daughter got home and I was able to just focus on her and then jump back into my business, I had to say, okay, I need to focus on one particular, because I have several different entities under my company. Let me focus on one entity today, another entity tomorrow, and just keep sort of like departmentalize everything that I'm doing. And Monday that just passed, that really helped me. It really, really did. And even today, when I hop off, done with this recording and editing and stuff, it's like I could just get so like focused, focus on the main thing being the main thing, and just saying, okay, let me take this bit of task and just hand it off to somebody else, and trusting them that they can do it right, which I know my team actually absolutely can. But really, not even trusting, but really just giving it away and just walking away from it, and just allowing them to do their best at it. And even if they do make a mistake, there's always room for improvement, and say, okay, you didn't do this right, but let's do it this way the next time, right? Instead of saying I need to have power for everything, and then when shit hit the fan, I'll have you help me. But by then, they're not even accustomed to your routines and how the quality of work and things like that. So this week I'm very much on it. Things are not perfect, but I'm definitely very much on it. So my weekly reset for this week is to just get to a point in my company where I'm okay with being okay with enlisting help and assistance, and just having people just do their thing and do their best, and to show me that they can. Like, I had an amazing VA, and she just did something that I didn't even have to tell her to do. The next morning I woke up and she's like, oh, I took care of that. Oh my God, really? Amazing. Right? And I know some of y'all looking who are not entrepreneurs, you're probably looking at this video, you're like, well, that should be easy. When you become an entrepreneur, you'll feel what I'm talking about, right? You'll feel what I'm talking about. Where at the end of the day, whether stuff's if shit hits the fan, it's on you. It's different working at a 9 to 5, where you could put the blame onto the person upstairs, or people who just overlook stuff. When you're an entrepreneur, when you have a business, especially your online business, when stuff hits the fan, it's your fault. It's not. It's only the buck stops with you, and that's you. So I want to leave you guys with that, because that was a huge revelation to me. And even though I've had this revelation several times in the past year, it really started to hit me because, I have 4 children, knock on wood, they're healthy, they're amazing, they're awesome, but life happens. And what systems do I have in place now to make sure that I am still covering, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, right? So hugely important. So thank you everyone for watching. Go to CampbellSuccessNetwork.com and learn more about what I do. And I will see you guys on the next vlog. Bye guys.